Testing. Okay. So that's working. Let's turn on noise gate. Okay, it's still working with the noise gate. Turning on gain. Okay, so the gain's working. So turning on testing. Okay. Alright, that's working. Let's turn on. Okay. Now that's working. It's failing it. Alright, so we're ready to go. Might need to turn this down just a bit. We'll turn this down so that we're talking. Excellent. Alright, we're ready to go then. Ready to go then. Okay. Let's get the camera up over here.
I'll join in. That's fair.
How are we spelling Reibelt again?
The sponsor?
Yeah.
It's over there.
Yeah, I can't see that far.
I can barely see the sign, let alone read it. It's Reibelt. Is that what? What she said about
It's probably on the. It's up there. Are you going to talk on the thing with me?
this. I said, well, you know, that's.
So the first game of this went to Carol 7-6. I'm just trying to find the score out in this game. So I need to find the score out. So yeah, so it looks like 1, 2, 3. Is it 6-1? Graham's put that red ball through. So that must be game. We just began that one, and it was the end. So Carroll has beaten Graham in 2 games, 7-6, and then that looks like a 7-2 score.
Very social.
Just when we started, it finished. So there we go. We'll wait for the next game to go on. It's lunch at the moment. We'll see if we can get some shot. Apparently, So welcome back. We've got the first game after lunch kicking off. Steve playing primaries and Carol on secondaries. Steve, of course, made the final of the Queensland Open at Caloundra earlier this year. Steve clearing the red ball away, given that his black ball is sitting right in front of the hoop there. Carol with a long clearance, or she might position. She's been doing a lot of positioning today, so she's coming back in for position. It's pretty close to it. Steve having a good old look at that one. Perfectly weighted. It sat right on top. Looks like you can see the hoop. No, he's played off to the side. So that now gives Carol control of the hoop. And through it goes, 1-0 to Carol. So it looks like blue's just gone past the hoop there. And black's followed it past. So not ideal, those two balls being behind the hoop. That immediately gives control of the hoop to Carol with her second red and yellow ball. So Steve's got two options here. He can clear or he can put the ball in front. He's decided he's going to put the ball in front of the hoop. And so now we'll see what Carol does in response. Will she look to clear blue? Or will she approach the hoop? Nudges blue behind. And Steve plays back in front. We'll see how Carol responds. Her options are clearing or the hoop. Well, it's gone for the little nudge again, and this time she's stuck behind the hoop, in front of the hoop, while putting black just behind the hoop. And Steve, I don't think, can see the yellow. So he plays into position now as well. Carol walking up to her red ball. Will she clear?
Audio, like words like.
I'm doing it right now.
Oh.
So I'm joined by Graham. We can even hear Graham's thoughts on matters.
Yes, I thought I heard you talking into it.
Yep.
Oh, good to hear.
Yeah, so you can join me in the commentary box, Graham.
Oh, no.
So Steve looks like he came from the back, and so Carol's knocked that back through, but That's just left Steve sitting right in front. So 1-1, Graham, 1-1.
Over to Bruce.
Very good.
That's him now. Goodbye.
So it looked like Carroll was trying to nudge that black ball back a bit, but missed the shot. So that leaves Steve with the hoop open there in the jaws. So Carroll must have decided that she could be able to get it out with the red, so he's put the blue ball down the court a bit. And Steve is playing it back in. So now Carroll needs to get this black ball out from right in front of the hoop. And behind the hoop misses, so this is a easy tap through for Steve. And he takes a 3-1 lead. 2-1 lead if I can count correctly. Down they come. Carroll has just gone past the hoop with her yellow. And Steve comes down, doesn't play it too close to the hoop. You might have realised by now that unless absolutely forced to, Carroll will play a position rather than look to play clearance shots. So if he stays that kind of distance of 3 or so yards, Carroll usually doesn't shoot at it. So black's gone sailing past there. Might have had a double on red, but missed both red and the hoop. So will Carroll clear or use position again? She's positioning. So Steve's got the option here of clearing the red or going for the hoop. Cleared the red. Might have even been looking for an in-off, but that didn't quite work. So with her positional play, Carroll's now very much gained the advantage of this hoop. Steve has hit a nice soft shot on yellow. Black stayed nice and close. Carroll's likely again to approach from here. Sitting right next to her other ball. Steve from the boundary here. Oh, nice hit. Beautiful hit from the boundary, getting that red ball away from in front of the hoop. Carroll using a touch to come back in. It's just slightly to the side of the hoop. I don't think that's in a runnable position. So Steve can get a good stop shot here. That's going to leave Carroll with a shot from the corner. Just missed nudging up a red there. Steve should be shooting it. This is just waiting for the secondary colours to kick off before he has his shot, because he'll obviously be playing back in front of where they're off to for the first hoop. Now, if Steve makes this one, he'll definitely have the game by the scruff of the neck. Being 3-1 up, it will definitely put him in the box seat after 4 hoops. But he's yet to make it, still waiting. We got Graham kicking off down there as well. So finally, Steve gets to take his shot at the hoop. He doesn't make a mistake. So that makes it 3-1. Can't quite see where that's ended up because Steve's in the way of our camera angle, but might be a little bit short red. Jawsable but short. Steve's played hard at it and missed, which leaves Carol with definite control of this hoop now. Oh, he's hit it. Nice shot, Steve. Nice shot. He's Carol doing her positioning back. Bit of a mix-up over between the two games. There's a couple of balls collide there. Players just sorting that one out. And Steve asking Carol which ball's next to play. Next ball to play is black. Steve with a soft clearance on yellow, which is very nice. It keeps him well within hoop range. Carol likely to play back in again. She sets up on the opposite side of the hoop to where black is, and now it's up to blue to make this clearance on red, because red's sitting 2 foot slightly off the center of the hoop. Red's definitely still got a shot here. I'd be surprised if Carol did anything else other than shoot at the hoop here. Well, just hit the near staunch and bounced off to the left. Which gives Steve, perhaps, it's hard to tell, but that could be an in-off. He's definitely lining it up. He tried for it, but hit that same staunchion that Carol did, and now yellow gets to have a go at this hoop. Carol really wants to win this hoop and get a good run through to hoop 6, because that will then allow her to get right back in this game. If Steve scores it and it goes to 4-1, it's an uphill battle for Carol, but he's looking good at this hoop at the moment. Steve has gone for the clearance. He's hit the red. I'm pretty sure that red is off to the side of the hoop. Oh no, maybe it's in the middle of the hoop. No, it's in the middle of the hoop. I was wrong. So Carol makes that, and it's 3-2. Not just made the hoop, but got all the way up to hoop 6. And so that gives her immediate control of the hoop, even though it wasn't her serve, which is a big tactical advantage. So Steve's put a great black in. You can see there right in front of the hoop. But because Carol ran her red through so well, she's able to, she'll be hoping to clear that black away from there. Alternatively, she could actually shoot at the hoop. Looks like she's walking up to hit the black. Just a little soft clearance. Red staying beside the hoop, black going about a yard behind it. Steve playing his ball back in front. Carol now with, perhaps we'll see a shot at the hoop. It could be a clearance on black. No, he put black right into the jaws of the hoop. Repaying Steve for his generosity at the last hoop. So that was unfortunate. Steve should now clear. He's missed it. Goodness gracious. That happens to the best of us sometimes. We've all missed them from even closer than that one. I know I certainly have. So Carol now will need to just clip the black to get it out of the jaws. It's not an easy shot. But she's managed to do it. And sat her red ball right in front. And Steve's replied, moving that red ball. Oh, we're on the wrong game here. Where's Carol gone? There she is. Commentating and camera working at the same time, getting the left and the right sides of the brains going. Carol again with her positioning. Steve's all the way down the other end of the court here, looking to reply back with a positioning shot, although it's come in rather quick. So it doesn't make this hoop, it's going to go past it. And there it goes, sailing past the hoop. So yellow and red controlling this hoop. After that nice clearance from Carol after the inexplicable miss from Steve. So next to plays yellow. So Steve was probably looking to nudge it away, but that's missed as well. So Carol with a great opportunity here to level this game up. So often you see these two middle hoops run back to back in the jaws. Black right behind it. So Steve will be aiming to hit that black out of the hoop there. So not the black, he'll be using the black to get the yellow out, and he does. Nailed it. Just waiting for a second for the other colours to play through. Off to hoop 3 for them. Now he goes through. Now Carol with a second shot at this hoop. Nice and soft into the jaws. Looks well in there. Even blue might have trouble getting that one out. But still, Steve's still waiting for Brandon to play across. He's got black behind the hoop here. So it's a bit of a long shot, but definitely doable. Taking his time to line it up. Oh, not far off, not far off. So what's Carol going to do? She's going to play conservatively and just put yellow into position just in case Steve manages to get this red ball out. He hit it, but didn't dislodge it from the hoop. But I guess lucky for him, he also didn't put it through. So we're all tied up. Halfway through, that's 3 apiece. You can see that black just past the hoop. Jawsable probably, but not runnable. Yellow looks like it's come and sat in the jaws, but from behind the hoop. And blue has come in front. So black and blue with a good opportunity here. In comes red. Looking to nudge black further out, but hasn't. So will Steve try and dislodge black? Dislodge yellow. Yes, he will. So yellow disappears. It had come in from the back, so it's gone just past the peg there. And with blue sitting about a yard in front, just slightly to the left of the hoop. He's got to be happy with the position that he finds himself in here. The Carroll positions. Might have been trying to nudge Steve's ball back. Steve hits the fast launch and whacks it. It's hard. It looks like it's sitting in front if we zoom in. But Carroll's just off to the side here, so she'll be looking to perhaps even in off it. Not quite. She got the right angle, but it bounced off the stanchion. So Steve plays in hard, looking to clear the yellow. And now Carroll with a 2-yarder in front of the hoop here. Take the lead, and 3 hoops in a row if she manages to get this. And she does. 3 hoops in a row. Carroll 4, Steve 3. So even though Carroll was the bottom seed in this group, she's causing the boys a lot of troubles today. Zoomed in on the wrong hoop there. So Blues put a good position down, about a yard and a half, dead centre from the hoop. And Carroll's going to need to reply to that, because her yellow is looking a bit awkward there in front of the hoop. So she's gone hard at it. And off to the left behind the hoop. So Steve can put another good one in here. He's playing from boundary about level with one back. A little bit short. And Carroll has to play off to the side because her ball ran through with no way of her easily hitting it. So Steve to tie this back up at 4-all if he makes this hoop. Smooth. So we're at the 4s now. 4's 44. Pretty nice shot from Carroll. Slightly to the left of the hoop, but definitely in a runnable position. In comes Steve. That's another good approach. Even more in front. That one might be a bit short. Probably jawsable, but a bit short. He's coming across to make up his own mind on it. He's playing into position too. So it's a ball party in front of this hoop. Everybody is within a handkerchief. Carol first to play with the red there. She's looking like she's going to take on the hoop here. Puts it in the jaws. He's looking for a referee. He's going to do a jump. Calling the referee over. So, black to play, looking to do a jump. And sadly for Steve, the red ball's gone through, and the black ball could even be wired behind that hoop. But that's an unfortunate outcome there for Steve. Because not only did that cost him the hoop, it cost him first shot up the next one. We've got into a little bit of a traffic jam. They're going to have to wait for the second colours to finish that game, and then they'll have to pass each other like ships through the night. I'll leave you for the moment, and I'll get myself a drink. And you can watch Graham and Sid playing their third hoop. So the secondary colours playing down. At some point they'll sort themselves out. Head back up. Background noise is abysmal, so hopefully the nice hoop, Sid, nice hoop. They'll be able to clear this hoop away quickly after spending so long on hoop 3. It took no time at all on hoop 4, which you often see happen. So the ball's getting replaced now, ready to resume play. clock getting checked. Players getting their hitting sticks. We're off, so Carol leading Steve 5-4, and Steve put her through this hoop. So Carol gets first approach down to 4 back. And that is a pretty good approach. On the camera, it looks like it's very much off to the left, but I can assure you that that's effectively sitting right in front. Steve's come hard at this one. And he's got it. He's got it. He's knocked it. Yes. That is a good shot. He needed that one. Because his black is stuck behind the hoop. You can see down here. Nope. That's Sid. There's Steve. So he could only play that ball off to the side. He managed to get that down then better than I thought he would. Sorry for that terrible camera. So Carol here with the nice close clearance. She'll be looking to stop the blue to the boundary while sitting yellow in front, and she does exactly that. So she'll be very pleased with that one. Keeping control of the hoop. Not sure black can even see yellow from there. Steve might need to do something about it immediately. And he's tried. It's a good effort. Went between yellow and the hoop. Carol playing up again. Good position away from where a blue might possibly hit it. And Steve get a hold of this yellow. Or come through the back door, perhaps. He's tried the back door and he's done it. So he's sat right in front of yellow. What's Carol going to do here? He's going to go for a jump. That ball going to be too close. We'll find out if she can get it up and over it. She got it up and over, but sadly for her, happily for Steve, put it through. But they've now run into the secondary colours again. Graham and Sid in the way again. So we'll wait for them to resolve their hoop. Great game, this one, 5-all. We've seen both players happily putting each other into jawses and through hoops rather often. So we're watching the second colours just at the moment because the second colours are wanting to play hoop 6 and the primary colours are wanting to play penultimate at the same time. So they've resolved that hoop now. Off they go to 1 back. Now, our featured game can get back to it. So Carol put Steve through. That gives Steve a big advantage coming up to hoop 11 or penultimate. That's a pretty decent shot. Again, on this angle, it might look like it's off to the side, but that is pretty much in line with the left-hand staunch and about a yard and a half out. Reds come up and Netflix and chill. Yeah, don't know if they're touching, but they're snuggling like lovers over there. Steve's come in to see if he can dislodge the black, and he looks like he has. Carroll's fourth ball in. So now all four balls are in there. Steve looking to turn and hit Carroll's ball way down to the boundary while controlling his stop shot, which he's done very well. Carroll now probably needing to make a clearance here. Oh, so close. Steve with the opportunity. He's going to take another stop shot here. Not going to risk it. Nailed the stop shot. The Carroll with a long walk. Halfway across the court. Oh, so close. So close. Couldn't have got much closer without actually hitting it. Steve with a chance. Take the lead, and he does. Big hoop, that one. Always going 6-5 up on the 11th is a huge advantage. So now Carroll playing down to Rover. Pretty decent position, probably 2 yards, nearly 2 yards out from the hoop. Black's come in hot and off to the side. Carroll's coming in pretty quick here as well on this yellow ball, but it does pull up. So 2 good positioning balls for Carroll. Steve misses it all. So that gives Carroll the immediate chance here, if she wants to take it, of a shot at this hoop. Send us to golden hoop. Not that time. Hitting the right stanchion. And Steve with a nice controlled clearance on yellow. And Carroll again with her positional play, bringing it back in. Could perhaps have blocked black from red. It's hard to see. But first things first, Steve has got to play blue in. He's hit the hoop. Come out in front. So again, calling the ref. Red's about to play it. Might be looking to jaws it in the hoop here, perhaps. That's why the ref's needed. We'll see. Yeah, little dink. Happily clean. So red's now in the jaws. Black to play. Black's given up on this hoop. Steve's going to play to halfway. Oh, he wants it to pull it up. Oh! It's either just perfect or it's just too far. Hard to tell. So Carol is going to play it through, is she? She is. And she gets them all cleanly out of the hoop. So we're off to the golden hoop, 6 apiece. So Steve's first shot, good off to the left. Shot, Graham. They just had to be quiet there. Graham was taking a cross-court clearance that he hit. And Carol is playing her ball. Her ball in, so she gets nicely in front of the hoop. The blue has the opportunity to shoot at the hoop there, but just turns it down. Instead, being cautious and knocking yellow out towards the boundary. Carol with her red ball is just going to play in front, which looks like it's shark bait for for blue. Steve plays the blacking nice and tight here, which he does. Carol's going to need to sort this blue out because the blue's definitely going to clear the red if Carol doesn't prevent it from doing so. He's got the hoop and missed it. So Steve has this on toast, you'd think. He should send red down the court. He doesn't send it very far at all. That's only gone a matter of yards. Instead of Carol having a shot from the other side of the court, she's got a shot from 2 yards away. Still got to hit it though. And she hits it perfectly. So Steve now needs to decide if he's going to return the clearance. And she is. Carol's gone from effectively being Goodnight Irene to now in control of this, especially if that yellow can't be seen by black. Blue's not going to nudge the yellow, so positioning. So I don't know if Steve can see the yellow or whether he's coming in the back door. Can't, comes in the back door, succeeds. What's Carol going to decide to do? She's going to take the shot. She is, and she wins the first game 7-6. Well done, Carol. Steve will be most annoyed at having given away that glorious opportunity to clear away Carol's ball with his black in front of the hoop. Players collecting their balls, ready for the next game. Again, waiting on second colours to clear out of hoop one. Before our game can get started. Is it just not through, is it? No? With the secondary colours cleared hoop one, but it looks like the Steve and Carol are letting the secondary colours play scoop 8 before they kick off their game. So
Is that still the urgency that I picked up last
So we're ready to go in game 2 between Carol and Steve. We'll set the score back to zeros. There you go. So in this competition, they play 2 back-to-back games with usually no gap in between, but these guys had to wait for the second colours to get out of their way. So Steve's gone and dropped his ball right in front of the hoop. And Carol's come flying past. So in this one, red kicked off. So red was the first ball over there, followed by blue. So Carol saw the need to shoot at blue there, even though red had the first shot after the approaches. So she shot at the hoop, but looked like it came off the right stanchion, leaving Steve with the chance to make a quick first hoop and get 1-0 up. Although he's not taken the shot at the hoop, he's nudged his ball through, has he? Yes. So he got distracted by the very loud motorbikes that were coming past. Steve's had to play his black just off to the side there. Must have been stymied by the hoop. And Carol has her red down, so red in the eyes sitting pretty down there. Steve's other ball just had a collision, so they're sitting at about the peg. Carol's got 2 in front, so glorious opportunity here. Looks like it's stuck in the hoop. Not that that should concern her too much with Steve so far away. He's already given up and he's going halfway. So Carol looking to promote her ball through here. Easy does it. So we're at 1-1. I don't think I've changed the score yet, so we'll focus on these balls. Approaching the hoop. Black's gone a bit far. Take this score to 1-1. Black a bit short there. Red coming across. It's a bit short too, so no one really with great positioning here. Up at Redcliffe, every single loud car on the north side's decided to drive past this afternoon. Very annoying. But I guess if you like V8s, then come down to the Redcliffe foreshore this afternoon, because there's a stack of them coming past. Carol taking position, and now Steve with the blue ball clearing the red, although now his black. Red couldn't run that hoop, and he's a long way away. So Carol's likely to take position again. She's just behind the shed there. In comes her red. Not her usual excellent positioning for that one. Steve's coming tight. Definitely hoop running position, but not stopping Carol's shot at the hoop, which she again jawses. There's been a lot of that. Black's in the perfect position to jump. Steve seems fixated on the yellow, and he's knocked it through. So his other option there was to clear the red and then jump with the black, but he decided he could have cleared the yellow, and even if he could, he didn't. So Carol, that's the advantage. She plays her red down off to the side, and Steve immediately plays his black. It's a better one, although it's well within the range of red there. Down comes Carol. Getting right on top of black, and then Steve's come in pretty hard. You'll see the ball just appear now. And it's run past the hoop as well. So Carol playing red. With the opportunity. Looking like she's sizing up, drawing the ball here. Before thinking a little bit more and deciding that she is going to clear the black. Good shot on the black. Carol with the chance to even the game up to a piece. Just through, I think. Yeah, she puts the clip on. And over they go to hoop 5. Oh, someone's not keeping up the scoreboard. Let's fix that up. 2-2, Desmond 2-2. Steve's blue ball slightly long there. And Carol's is even probably a bit of angle, but right on top of blue there. So if black's in a good position, which it is, a little bit short perhaps, but you would imagine Steve's going to get rid of red with blue, sit in front, and he's going to have his 2 balls sitting really in nice positions here with Carol a long way away. Carol's been pushed back to the boundary here. Just off to the right of the hoop there. And Steve hoops it through. Steve takes a 3-2 lead after 5 hoops. Another close game here so far. Oh, he's got to be happy with that one. That's dead set right in front. Oh, Carroll's got it. What a shot. What a good shot that one was. And Steve plays his black ball in a bit hard, and so it's behind the hoop as well. Critical error there. You can't be putting your first ball behind the hoop, because that immediately, in the vast majority of cases, just hands the opponent control of the hoop. So Steve decides, while he's got the opportunity, he's going to push the yellow ball out. The yellow ball pushed down a bit, and his blue ball has gone about the same distance. Carroll plays back in. Again, hard to tell if black can see red. Tries to go through the back door, but just succeeds in putting it into the hoop. Carol double loads. Steve's probably got to move the red. He does just that. He pops his ball out. Carol looks like she's got a decent shot at the hoop, and she takes it in the jaws. A bit harder, and that would have gone through, but it was a little dink at the hoop. Steve successfully got that out of the jaws with the stop shot. Oh, they've had a ball collision. Sorting it out. Carol's stop shot probably went slightly further than she would have hoped. I don't think Red's got a clear run at that hoop. Probably jaws it from there, but not runnable. Steve having a look at what he can do. And perhaps they've got balls in each other's way here, so they're just deciding on the order of play. He playing first, dropping it back in. Well, he was trying to drop it in front, but it fell slightly short off to the side. Carol plays in, leaves herself open to hit the black with the red. What's the blue going to do? It doesn't look like he's aiming it. Looks like he might be parading the black. No, going for the red, so he's knocked the red. Now it's up to Carol to decide, does she shoot at it or position? So she's gone for the position. Pumped it right back in front. Leave with a bit of a stronger clearance there. And Carol playing her yellow back in front. Steve with a chance to go in off here. It's a nice middle on it, but no in off. Carol with good positional play this today. She's gone and dropped that one right in the way of Steve, so he can't clear her ball. Gone for the jaws, but off to the left. So that gives Carol a chance to even this game back up again. And through it goes smooth. I think the secondary colours are having to play out of the way here now. So we just get to wait for a second. Good time to update the scoreboard. 3-3 halfway through. Shot, Graham, shot. So lots of good play happening today. The currently in Block A, Sydney's played 2 sets of games and won 2-0 in each of them. And Carroll lost to Sid, but beat Graham. So Sydney's looking pretty good here. So far. Graham's going to have to beat him in both these games to have a chance. Turn it around. Graham did win the first game 7-2. So if he can win the second game by a similarly large margin, he might come through and take the Group A on goal difference. Hoop difference. So at the moment, coming into their tie, Sydney was 12 hoops up. Graham will need to win both games by a net difference of 6, and he won the first one 7-2. So pretty much, if he wins this next one, especially if it's 7-5, there won't even need to be a count back, but it could end up being quite close. But we're still waiting on them to batten out that second hoop. We have such a lovely day up here today. Perfect day for croquet. I think the maximum temperature was about 23 degrees. So now the second colours have resolved their hoop and are on a hoop 3. Advised our feature game will be able to get back underway. You can see Steve and Carol doing their impersonations of little teapots. Way back underway here. Steve playing the first blue ball over to hoop 7. Carol again looking to snuggle up close to blue, but just slightly dropping short on doing that. Looks as well like red isn't in front of the hoop there. It's off to the left. Steve with the decision now. He's deciding to clear the off-colour ball here. No, he's going for the hoop. Managed to put it in the jaws. So Carol having a look to see what she can do with black. So see, yes, see what yellow and black are up to, because the two options with red are to put black over to the boundary, or no, she's going for a jump. So red looking to jump blue. Blue might be on the stanchion, so she's going to take the jump. If she gets it, blue's stuck. Up and down, but not through. Looking on the reaction. Now Steve can turn around and put yellow at the boundary while sitting black right in front of the hoop. Carol plays in again, but wide of the hoop. Steve, let me see if he can poke it through. Is it through? Mustn't. Having a look, having a look, having a look. Yep. It goes on. They've decided that's through. Steve taking the 4-3 lead. Steve knocking Carol's ball into the stanchion. Hard to tell from our angle if it knocked it in front or if it's still off to the side. Carol's second ball in, about 2 yards short of the hoop. We'll get a better idea when she comes up. I think she can make it. Into the jaws. Black's sitting right behind it here, so Steve will be pretty confident knocking this one out, which he does nicely. Now he takes well control of this hoop. Black and blue sitting in front. Carol's turn to respond with the yellow. Knocks blue behind. Steve pops her back in front. Carol, although she did knock the blue, it wasn't enough to sort the black out, and Steve knocks that one through. So again, we've caught up to the other set of colours. Steve taking a 5-3 lead here. Got to be happy with the control that he's had in the last couple of hoops. Once he got control, he didn't relinquish either of them. The secondary colours will play over to Hoop 5. Once they do that, our game will be able to play over to 3-back. Our game back underway. Yellow played across first. Cross comes black trying to get between. Sorry, cross comes blue trying to get between yellow and the hoop. I don't think that quite happened. Red in a decent position as well. Both black and blue slightly short. Carol looks like she's going to clear blue here. She does, and drops yellow just off to the right of the hoop. It looks runnable. He's played back in, perhaps looking to hit red. Carol's going for the hoop here. She's not nearing black. Going for it with red. Puts it in the jaws. Steve's not much to play at here because he can't really. You can see how much that's in the jaws of that hoop. There's balls on the boundary, so unless he's going to jump from the boundary. The other thing for Carol is she can play red through that hoop all the way up to the next hoop. So Carol put a yellow at halfway. He's going to join them as well. Carol should play this ball all the way up to the next hoop. Should be looking to gain control immediately of that hoop. Important shot, this one. Up it goes. Oh, it's collided with the black. That's good positioning by Steve because that's prevented red, pardon me, from getting up to controlling that hoop. And now he can get his black up there first. And take control of it. So that could be where this game hinges. Carol's gone and put it in the jaws. So a bit of commentator curse for Steve there. Okay, Carol playing in. Passed it all. So we could have a jump coming up here from Steve. He wants to get it up and down here because the last thing he wants to do is push Carol through and give her the shot of the next hoop. He doesn't. He didn't push her through, but he didn't make the hoop. Hard to properly tell the angle of the yellow ball here. Looks like Steve's happy for it to be played. He hasn't asked for a referee to be called. So Carol, with the shot down that got in the jaws, levels it up at 5-all. So another close one between these two. And again, the two colours have run into each other here. So just for a second, we'll have a pause in play while Graham and Sid can test their hoop and can get out of the way of Steve and Carol. Sid wins that hoop. Not sure what the score is in their game, but the important thing is they're out of the way for Steve and Carol to keep playing. So Steve with the first shot, hoop 11. This is 5-all. This is a critical hoop because, again, like going from hoop 5 to 6, if you win hoop 11, you often can run your ball through down in front of the next one, and Carol almost puts it through or into the jaws again, just bounces off. But with blue, such a great position there from Steve, it's definitely going to need to be, we're going to definitely need to hit this blue or it's going through. Oh, the other side of the hoop. Problem Carol might have is that it's hard to tell whether it's through or not. But like I was telling you just then, that if you win hoop 11, you can run the ball all the way down to hoop 12. So Steve now in a very strong position. Carol coming down to check if the blue can make the hoop. The angle looks a little bit too acute to make, but it's in control of the hoop. Anything that comes down near that blue is going to get cleared. And Carol knows that, so she's stayed well away. to not be and Steve comes up and takes well ownership of this hoop. Carol comes in hard, but her own ball got in the way. So Steve with blue to play. He's moving towards the hoop here. Might be just in front of the hoop. Could have presented it in off here actually for Carol. Oh, close. Red just nicked off to the right. The blue does still look to be well in front of that hoop. Very loud and ugly four-wheel drive roars past us here. So Carol with probably the shot to save the game here. It goes sailing past. I think Steve should be able to make this hoop and win the game. He does. Well done, Steve. So Steve wins that game 7-5. At least I made it 7-5. They seem to be continue playing. Well, somewhere along the way, I have got the scores wrong. I trust the players more than I trust my own scorekeeping. So anyway, what I thought was the end of the game wasn't. So we get one more hoop, which red's a little bit short and off to the side. Black was in a perfect position until yellow came down and knocked it back. And blue was up there, but it was stymied by the hoop that he just ran. So he could only get it back up to near the peg. So at the moment, Steve's in a 2 versus 1 situation. Can he see the hoop to go at it? He goes for the clearance on the yellow. But that leaves the red sitting bang in front. You'd imagine Carol's just going to position her yellow ball here, leaving it up to Steve to have a shot across the court. The Steve half-court shot. He needs to hit this red or it's game over. He's missed it. Now we'll leave Carol a pretty close shot here to finish the game. And well done. So Carol won both games 7-6. 7-6. And thank you very much for joining us on our first competitive stream. I look forward to watching it back and seeing the quality. I mean, the quality of the camera work was probably poor because I didn't want to stand in the sun and do it while also talking. So, hope you've enjoyed your Sunday wherever you are. Or I hope the future is good if you're watching this in the future. And until next time, goodbye.